Hey everybody, good evening. It's Sunday, the 14th of September. So I am here completing my Gemstone Orphanage Blue Princess. I had Sabrina, and that was a lovely sodalite pendant. I think this was supposed to be the front, but I actually like kind of the orange mixing in the back, so I'll flip it that way. So I've done half the necklace. Well, not quite half of it, but I've done part of it. I use some, what was it called? Beadalon. I can't remember the name of the wire, but it's like a white. So I use the stainless steel chain. I have a stainless steel lobster claw elongated one. And I use the sodalite, I use the crystals and the pearls that came in there. So I've got the first half of it done, and mine is going to have 2 strands, so we'll go ahead and start the stringing for that second strand. And take this off. I've developed trigger finger in my pinky. It's just a lovely affliction. It just gets caught sometimes. So these are the triangle crystal cubes that I love. These are my favorites. So I'm going to put one of them on, and then I'm going to put one of the tiny rondelle crystals on. Oh, I lost one of my nails. Sorry about that. Didn't even notice it till right now. I apologize. So I did that so that they will sit nicely against the 8mm sodalite. And then we're going to do a sodalite. Let me see. Nope. These 2 came from the wrong one. Sorry, that's the other side. Here's my little one for the over there. Put those over there. I've already cut my wire, so the only thing we'll need are the crimpers and the trimmers. So we'll start again. We'll put one of these on. They are my favorites. I really do like them. And we'll do one of these. Come on, Crystal. So I really did enjoy this. I know the Gemstone Orphanage put out a subscription box for the orphans every other month, every 2 months. And unfortunately, I did not get in on that. I'm kind of sad. I was late to the party. So next I'll add a blue one, a triangle crystal. Oh, we can't get it. There we go. And then another sodalite. These are great sodalite beads. Then I'm going to add a white one. We'll see if I get it on right for the pattern. That. And a blue. Yeah, I think that'll be right. A blue. This is just a basic stringing project. Nothing complicated, really. I did that because I wanted the pendant, Miss Sabrina, to be the star, but I wanted a little extra on there just because I thought it needed more than just a single strand, so we just did a tiny little double strand. Doesn't add any length to it, it just adds a little heft to it. Here we go. And the white one. And so we all got different pendants with the same beads with them. I may have messed this up. I hope I didn't, because I don't have extra beads sitting out here. We'll see, won't we? Oops, that wasn't very smart. This one. Then this one, and I'll need one of these blue ones. Okay, so I will put my bead stopper on this one for now. Perfect. Now we're at the bottom strand, and I'm going to put Sabrina on. Let's see, this will be the front. And I used the 2 of those white ones so that the, oops, I totally missed this. Missed it. I used 2 of the white ones to, why is it coming off? Okay, I am under there. There. That way the pendant sits not on the string, but on the beads. Now I need a small, so this is the 4mm. And then a white crystal. And another small one. And today was nice here in Denver. It was actually cooler again. We'd been up in the close to 90s all week. It was horrible. I'm just ready for fall. I'm ready for sweatshirts. So now I'm going to add one of the pearls. Love that. And then I'm going to add a large one. These are such beautiful sodalite beads. And another one of these. I was really impressed. Sodalite doesn't, it's not my favorite. I prefer lapis, but this sodalite's beautiful, so I was happy to have it. That's 2. We need another one of these. Then I am going to put on a pearl. And luckily, with the thin soft flex or bead alone, whichever one I used the 7 strand so that it was thin enough, because the pearls typically have tinier holes. But I can get them through, I made sure. It's another good reason to keep scraps so that you can test out if it'll work for you or not. Come on. I had it strung up, so I know it will work. So it's just getting it in there. There we go. Told ya. I knew I could do it. Okay. So I'm going to pull it up and I'll show you how it's going to hang. Like that. With Sabrina down here. So that'll be beautiful. Now we will go ahead and just string double. So now we're on to one of our sodalites. These had nice big holes. Then a white bead. A white crystal bead, come on. And sometimes I find it easier if you have a shorter strand so that you can get it on one and then do the second one. 2. You can see my ring lights and the polish of these. These are such good sodalite beads. There's one thing I've noticed with Gemstone Orphanage, that the beads that we get are very high quality. Did I miss something? 3. Oh, I did. I missed one. Okay, so I'm gonna pull this out. It's like I have an extra one somehow. So I'm just pulling out the longer strand. I'm gonna feed on my extra one there. Then I'm gonna go back up here and we'll battle the pearl again. Up through that. That was fairly easy that time. So do that, pull that back up. I'll pull these up. I don't want to pull them too far because this is the shorter strand. And when you're doing this, you want to be careful because this wire will kink on you. So when you're pulling it through the 2 loops, you want to be careful. Don't have them too close together, your beads, or it'll kink it. And then this is probably heavy enough that it would pull the, straighten out the kink, but some wires, you may not have heavy enough beads to pull that kink and it'll never hang right then. Okay, now let's see if I was talking too much or if I got it right this time. That looks beautiful. We need to add one more sodalite here. No, Remy. Here, you want a treat? I don't want you barking. I'm trying to get through a whole video with no barks. Okay, so here we are. I double check, everything looks good. It's laying nice. So now I'm going to put on my crimp. Put on my crimp bead. Is anyone else eternally looking for their crimp beads? I am. I literally was like, where are they? I have a bulletin board next to me, and I have some in a baggie that I just have hanging there so I can find them. Okay, so this chain, we're gonna feed both those through there. Worked out good. We have a nice generous hole in these beads. I don't like cutting. I always like to have a bead that I can string these back through. It isn't for strength, but it's just the way they lay, because the crimp's gonna hold them no matter what. But I don't like the way they lay when you have to cut right next to a crimp. It's my own personal issue. So if you cut yours right by the crimp, no big deal at all. So I got them through the crimp. Ugh, come on. I'm all thumbs today. And then I'm going to feed the long one through first, because that one will go through easy. I say that and then I can't get it through. There we go. And then I'll feed the next one through. There we go. And I got them both through. I also don't want to crimp it when I'm pulling. Excuse my arm. So that's why I like these crimpers, these Zerone crimpers, because they have a tiny little end. So I can use them to help me move the wire. Now maybe I will do it this way. If I hold on to that and then I push and pull, push and pull, push and pull. There we go. Okay, and I want to make sure that my wires are not crossing. Oh, they are. I can see them crossed here, and I don't like that. Let me see. I'm going to pull so it's out a little bit so I can see which wire's crossed. It is the short one, so I will get that there. I've got that fixed. Now I want a little bit of space, and I've got it so that these are pretty, they're not straight. So then, okay, I'm a little uneven with my wires, but they're not crossed anymore, so that's good. See, I crimped it, all right. Crimped the wire there, okay. So I think I did about the same, yeah. So I like to keep my loops about the same. It may be just a tad shorter on this side, so there we go. And pull it, looks about right. So crimpers have, oh here, so you see the tooth, the snaggle tooth? I usually put that on the bottom. Doesn't matter. There we go. Crimped it, and then I'm gonna turn it sideways because it made it a C. Move it in one of those other ones. So my crimps are stainless steel crimps, and they are good and tight. So I'm gonna pull, make sure that that's not coming out. It isn't. Take my flush cutters. You don't have to have flush cutters when you're doing this part. It doesn't really matter. There we go. So there, let me put those up there. So now I have my chain. And I want it to be the same length. So I hold it like this. And I'm gonna go up here. And let's see. And cut it right there. I'm holding where I want it. These cutters have already been damaged. This is stainless steel wire, so make sure that the cutters you use for that are memory cutters are really good for that, because they won't damage it. And this, oh, there we go. But these have already been damaged, so that's okay with me. Got the excess chain. Oh, sorry if I hit you. Got the excess chain out of there, just like that. And lay that down. I already had my jump ring on here. Was this a sealed jump ring? Well, that may not work for us then, huh? I guess it is. So I'm gonna put it there. Let me grab a jump ring from over here. There. I got some 4mm rounds. And I have 2 different widths in here, so I want the stronger of the 2. So that's the thicker wire, so it will be a heavier gauge. So it's probably 20 gauge. I'm going to pick it up. I hope that will go through my chain. So I have it holding on one side. You never want to pull your rings apart. You want to twist. So I'll get my other Zurons out. I have the skinny and twist. So this chain is multiple links together, so I want it to be on the longest one down. Got it through. And let me see, where did that, oh, I put it in there. Uh-oh, do I have a bad, oh, there, no, it was just stuck. I'm gonna go ahead and put this one on because I know it fits through there. Come on. So I will put it through here. And then I'm gonna close my link. Twist, twist, twist. You heard it snap. Means I should have a really good connection. It's a little raised, so I'm gonna take this in there and just chomp it down. There we go. Then I'm going to hook it like that. Now, here is my Sabrina from Gemstone Orphanage. It'll be beautiful. You can wear that with jeans. You can dress it up. She hangs beautifully. So let me get you up here. There we go. And here she is. Thanks for watching. And do watch for Gemstone Orphanage when they put out their naked babies and the extras that go with it. And this is for the Blue Princess. Thanks, guys. Have a great day, and I hope you have a great week. Bye.